No. No boy. That's weird. Damn, years older than you. I know. October? Yeah! I think it's either September or October. Yeah.
I'm just suddenly turning the microphone on now, and whatever happens now is just what's going to happen going forward. I think we got all of our weird freaking, or unless they were all... Oh, that's interesting.
What?
Your audio is bound to the desktop audio, which is also the music that has been playing this whole time. So while they couldn't hear me, chat could most certainly hear you! I know exactly what I'm doing all the time!
That's funny.
I am a professional streamer. I've got this all under freaking control. I'm going to own a house this week. I've got my act together. Oh, no. But that's what we love to see. It's just like, all of a sudden, it's just, we don't know what we're doing. I just need to get the sign up and everything so that way we don't get interrupted any more than what I've already done as is, so. Oh, that's another thing that I need to make sure. I need to make sure my YouTube settings are correct now as well.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Pretty much. Pretty much, Slan. Pretty freaking much.
Yeah.
I've been doing everything in my power to make sure I wasn't really seeing much on Twitter. Luckily, I don't follow the...
Yeah, I had to like scroll past through TikTok real fast for some video.
All I know is this is going to be a rough episode. That's it.
Yay, and I just woke up from a nap. Let's go!
Okay. Well, I see chat's doing all fine and dandy and everything, so this is good. Under normal circumstances with these videos, we're actually going to do a little bit of an analysis and just breakdown of how, not really so much of what's going on with the show, but how we're all feeling nowadays. Because this ain't no Murder Drones where we're just trying to figure out what the hell's going on. This is a how are we feeling now sort of show. Which isn't really how I thought I would be getting into the quote-unquote gay demon show. I'll be completely honest with you. Season 1, episode 2. That's when it kind of clicked and be like, oh, there's more to this. This isn't just a ha-ha
so
funny.
Happy I held you hostage.
with merch. If somehow, some way, we ever land an interview with Vivzy Pop about Helluva Boss, I'm going to tell that story, and you cannot stop me.
That's fine.
You're just gonna be over in your little corner on the screen having a mild panic attack at suddenly what's going on. If that ever happens. Okay, I think we're good to start. Let me just double check to make sure that the right screen is up. Yes, it is, and your little purple gremlin right there is right there, so.
Yes.
Even with the new format and everything, so. I think we are good to go. So, chat across both YouTube and Twitch, you know the drill. Put your YouTube faces on, get your hello YouTubes in chat, and we are just going to go with it. But like I've said before, when it comes to these post-reaction, we are going to then do a little bit of a breakdown as far as the content is concerned. We're going to break down the content, and then maybe a few of us will have a breakdown. Don't know. We'll just have to see what happens. So, faces on, hello YouTubes in chat, let's get going. So, 3, 2, 1. Hey guys, it's Viger, and again, these episodes kind of drop weird, so I had to string mine into this, as usual. Because we're just sitting here being like, oh, the new episode's going to come out tomorrow. Little did we know tomorrow was actually today in YouTube land, but here we are. And needless to say, it's again going to be one of those episodes where it's going to get very, shall we say, difficult?
Heavy.
Emotionally heavy. So, yeah, this is going to be the newest one until there's going to be a bit of a break until, what, October, when the next one will come out?
I believe so.
Okay, so we have a ways to go before the next episode after this one, so we'll do what we can in the meantime. But until then, me and mine are going to be reacting to the newest episode of Helluva Boss, Season 2, Episode 9, Apology Tour. And I think a certain someone has been in desperate need to do this at some point. So, with that being said, let's... Just how are we going to start off with how it left off?
Hello, Stolas. You haven't been answering my text, and I sent you a bunch of funny shit, so what gives?
Gee, I wonder why.
Ha-has in response to the photos you sent would be an indicator I didn't want to talk right now.
Oh,
Exactly.
Come on, Stolas. We just had a rough night. Besides, you always want to hear from me.
Blitz, what is it you want?
I want to feel like I'm earning my way to Earth. Okay, so get your tight feathered ass out of that lawn chair and into the bedroom so I can fuck it.
Wow. Poetry.
He is
I'm
so
sure
done.
Such a statement would have had me swooning by now.
Yeah, sure. Okay, that was a shitty way for me to say it, but you usually like it when I talk all dirty and fucky and shit. Come on, we don't do words, we do sex.
As shocking as this might seem, Blitz, I don't think I'm in the mood to do sex with you. In fact, I don't think I'm even in the mood to do words with you. So how about you respect that?
Oh, come on, Stolas, you can't mean that.
He
You'll
does.
love seeing this.
Seeing you right now is hard. I don't want to feel worse than I already do. It's bad enough I got an invite to this anti-Blitzo party, an honorary invite for being your freshest ex.
Anti-Blitzo party? Who the fuck's behind this?
Who do you think?
Sure, I'd never indulge this nonsense. It's silly.
Real silly, real fucking classy.
Kind of them to invite me, though. It might be rude not to make an appearance.
Veronica!
Yeah.
Of course, that fucking bitch.
I will say, it's rather concerning you have an entire party devoted to hating you, though, Blitz.
Oh, please. Everyone hates me for shitty reasons. In the end, everyone's
I'm surprised he didn't get an invite.
This ass down. I'm too
He hates
much
himself the
innocent.
most.
You really think
Yeah.
that's the reason?
Yes, sir. They couldn't handle that I moved on.
Oh, So you're used to being the one who crushes others' feelings, hmm?
If by crushes others' feelings you mean end shit before it gets serious, then bingo, I'm doing everyone a favor because relationships are boring.
Oh yes, very boring. So what are you doing here then?
True.
Realize how good an angry fuck would be right now.
Get out. Right now.
What?
I'm tired of this. I'm uncomfortable with how you're speaking to me now.
Oh, come on, Stolas. You can't tell me this isn't a fantasy of yours. You want me to show your rich, princey ass what a real fucking is.
Stop it.
Ha! I'm right, aren't I? You get off to getting plowed by people you look down on.
I don't look down on you. How many times do I... When have I ever... You speak just like that vile striker friend of yours, the one who tried to kill me and you couldn't be bothered to come help me. Remember him?
Hey, look, I do not sound like... And I didn't know he was capable... I stopped him the first time, didn't I?
The first time?
Oh.
Oh, no.
No, who said that?
You knew someone was trying to assassinate me?
And said nothing.
Oh, boy, he just fucked up!
Oh boy!
If we get hurt, you're immortal and shit. You're a fucking prince. If me and my team could kick that guy's ass that easily, then I'm sure you'd have no problem.
I suppose you are right. Silly me. It's not an imp's place to protect a Goetia, is it?
And there it is. Took you long enough.
That's all you were waiting for, wasn't it? For me to play into this idea you have of me, that I'm this prince who thinks he's so much better than you. Well, I don't. Why would I allow everyone to see how much I like you, how I've tried so fucking hard to spend time with you, to support you? You don't owe me those things, but you can't just ignore all that.
You know, Stolas, I spent the entirety of this morning listening to love ballads. And that was still the gayest thing I've heard all day!
Do you feel any kind of remorse for what you do? Have you ever even apologized once in your life?
Oh, you think I can't apologize? For what? You want me to be like, oh, sorry, this entire time I assumed the worst because I was convinced a prince could never love someone like me, and I let my self-hatred stop me from apologizing to anyone I could never care about.
Well, yes. That.
Ooh.
God!
Well, fuck you! I can sorry the fuck out of people, just you watch! I sorried Fizz so hard he cried! And I can sorry more people, everyone but you! Because I don't owe you dick! Everyone but you.
Yeah, just curl up on the couch.
I can
Well, he doesn't have
totally
a bed,
apologize
so-
to people
Yeah.
I fucked with. I mean, how many could there possibly be?
A lot.
A lot.
Yes,
Oh, hello!
it's you.
It's been a while.
Martha, look, I know we killed you in the past, but I just wanted to say no hard feelings and offer this.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's fucking right.
Well, glad they made up. Oof. Ah, they haven't fixed anything.
Aww.
And they haven't fixed anything. Still can't tell them. Not sorry to them specifically.
You are all in one place. Yay.
Well, damn.
Hey, buddy. You know where 666 South Maple Avenue might be? Down that way, demon dude.
Interesting.
Sick costume, bruh. Hey, happy Halloween. Oh, looks like you missed some makeup there. Thanks. It's my face.
It's Brandon's grandpa Sona. So would it appear that it's taking place during... Yeah, and it would also appear that it's taking place during Halloween, so this is good to know.
Yeah. Poor Scarlet.
The one day a year the spirits can rise amongst the living, and it's spent celebrating mutual pettiness.
What?
Oh, nothing. I was talking to myself.
Cool, man. I wish I was you.
Okay, Lyle.
Aww, what a wallflower.
Oh boy.
Hello, freshest eggs! Stolas! How you doing, baby? You holding up okay?
No, I'm fine. I felt it rude not to stop by. I don't get invited out much, but I really shouldn't stay long.
Something tells me he's gonna stay very long.
Glad you can make
Yeah.
it, honey.
Well, this certainly beats the last Earth party I attended on Hallows Eve.
All hail the demon prince, Stolas.
I was told it would be cake.
Speaking of cake, you want to slice it?
Oh!
Ooh.
I like to start at the neck or the dick. You're right. Nobody wants this dick
She's
anyway.
crazy. She was hot and now she's.
I think I'm content without slicing any of it.
Well, live it up, baby. You are with friends here. Fuck Blitzo in the fucking ass!
I mean, can you blame her?
No, but there's a point of being hot crazy and just turn off.
Yeah.
Have I fucked this many people? Christ on a stick. I should start keeping count. Sorry for the comment I made at your sister's
I
wedding.
look like
She
Maggie
deserved
in the
it. She's a whore.
background.
Sorry for fucking your mom, though I thought it was your dad. He did it.
Way to go, Dennis. You fucking suck.
Damn.
You suck, Dennis.
Damn. Poor Dennis. There are so many demon designs to pour over. There are so many. And that's just the plush. That's just the PNG of the plush.
Now, it's time to hear from the special new guest of honor of the night, Stolas! Get up here and say a few words.
No, I'm not really.
Oh boy.
I really shouldn't.
Tell us all about your experience with Blitzo, that cock-sucking motherfucker! Come on, baby, speak from your heart. We all here know how you feel.
She's really into this.
I let you get too close. I let it go too far. Now I know, now I know, now I know exactly what you are.
Na 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 na. A motherfucker.
Now I know exactly what you are. Okay.
I don't think you meant to hurt me, 'cause I don't think it meant a thing at all. At all, at all, at all. At all, at all, at all. At all to you.
It's an interesting refrain to go with.
Yeah.
I let it go too long. I let you go too deep. Now I know, now I know, now I know there's one thing I can't keep, but I keep on waiting, waiting to want you less than I do, and I do, oh I do, yes I still do want you, but maybe it's all on me for missing every sign and
I mean, how else could he read the situation if this is how he was being treated, too?
I would say it.
Mm-hmm. The heart on his forehead was broken when it shattered there. Oh boy.
Alrighty, bitches! Let's get wild!
Hey! Blitz! What are you doing here? You're lucky everyone is drunk, or you would be murdered right now. Ah, no, it's good. I'm in a disguise.
Yeah, you are.
Sure.
Wow. I've never seen you throw him back like this.
Came just to judge me, is that it?
No, this was the final stop on the apology tour I've been on today.
Oh, yes, I recall. Everyone but me is getting your cheap apologies tonight. Well, you certainly have your work cut out.
No, you're probably only
Look,
getting the
I'll add
honest
this
one.
morning.
Yeah.
It was
If
fun,
Blitz can
okay?
do it, is the thing.
Morning? Why did you show up there? Why did you show up here?
You already asked that, but look, I just really need to talk to you, to explain.
Oh?
I've always been real.
And again, I don't think this is the time because he's drunk off his tits.
Yeah.
Fucking deserves them anyway, but I felt like maybe you actually needed one.
Oh, lucky me!
Frickin' drama queen over here.
Sorry a lot today, and honestly, didn't really mean any of it because the only one I wanted to say it to was you, Stoles. This whole thing we had going. I mean, you're a fucking prince. How could you ever actually care for an imp? Me.
How could anyone?
Anybody.
Yeah.
There is a crowd full of people here who cared so much they throw an entire fucking party about hating you every year. Do you know how much you have to care to do something as stupid as that?
Stolas, you are better off without me, okay? You deserve so much. I don't even know why you would want to be with me.
You want to know what I want? I want to know what it's like to not be alone. I want to be someone's someone. I want to feel wanted. But like, in a romantic way, like I'm standing out in the rain at a train station and someone is shouting, "Harriet, don't get on that train, it's going to
Oh my
London,
good
and
God.
I cannot be without you."
Oh, Stolas, that's a rom-com.
Oh, fuck you.
It's something.
The point is, I just want someone to care.
It's the effort
If I
that
stay or
counts.
go,
Yeah.
I want someone to want me, to want to see me, to hold me, look at me and think, well, you're the only one I want. I desire to hold you and talk to you, never let you feel so. You, why are you here? I don't want you here. Go home, please. Let me not feel so sad.
Hey,
Oh, hello.
great song earlier. You have great pipes.
Thank you.
Yeah, he sings fantastic. We're talking here.
Well, I just wanted to see if maybe, I don't know, you'd want to dance?
You want to
Oh boy.
dance with me?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, now you two got to make up.
Yeah.
You two have to have your heart to heart.
Hey, Ver.
So, An apology tour, huh? You got a lot of balls coming here, Blitzo.
Yeah, I know. Everyone here hates me.
Yep, that's the point, dumbass.
So what, you're waiting for your sorry?
Oh, fuck you, you little prick.
Well, I'm sorry for always telling it like it is, sister. Well, I'm just being honest. I'm sorry for dumping you. Sorry for not falling head over heels for you, or that guy, or fucking Dennis, or anyone at this stupid fucking party.
Oh, you are so fucking shitty! Do you hear yourself?
Everyone's shitty. Hello, we live in hell. Why am I
Good
all
point.
of a sudden the bad guy just for sucking at relationships?
Are you expecting sympathy? Oh, poor Blitz. Finally having to own that his actions affect other people's fifis. Bitch, please. How do you think I felt when the fun guy I was dating decided to just bail on me because I made the shitty mistake of saying I love... It was the most embarrassing feeling to be vulnerable for once, and you really just know how to send a message in the shittiest fucking way. The worst part is you still make me feel like a bad person for being angry at you now. But hosting this party for everyone else you've dicked over, at least I can help others cope with the shit you did. What? No snarky comeback?
No. You're right. I actually am, you know, sorry. I don't want to be this way. Not forever.
Looks like Stolas is having a good time.
Yeah, well, he needs it.
True. Oh boy.
Oh, a really good time.
Oh, that bird-stealing cockback!
Oh no.
Bring it back.
You know, if you want to change, it just starts with saying, good for him. Hope he gets laid. Here, have some cake, fuckwad.
God, if you wanted a better metaphor, just swap the fork with a knife, and that's exactly what he's done to basically everybody there.
Yeah.
When I move out, thank crap. I'm just hoping Fidelity will just be a lot better than what Charter likes to do for me. Well, at the very least, it started happening when there wasn't really any dialogue going in.
Yeah.
So all the big heavy stuff that was happening decided to happen there, and then once the credits started rolling, that's when it started throttling.
Yeah.
So at least, the very least, that is the case. So sorry YouTube, sorry Twitch, sorry Discord, I guess. Take this as a word of advice. If you ever move out on your own, or if you're looking for a new internet provider, do not go with Charter or Spectrum. You are seeing exactly what they do to people like me, like you. They don't care that their potato internet sucks. They only want your money, and that's it. But either way, we got through this episode somehow with a little bit of our sanity left, but there's a lot to take into account on this.
Yeah.
Namely on the fact that, well, they're starting to... I don't really want to say that they're mending anything, because it's still just as broken as it was when they started. But the fact that the fact that Blitz is starting to make amends is...
That's a huge leap for him.
Yeah, that's the big step.
It might have
for him.
started out for a petty reason,
But it morphed.
but yeah.
Yeah. But there was one thing that I did notice going forward with this was this scene in particular. It's like he wants to like put a hand on him, but it's just like, do you want to do that? Is that the right thing to do at this time?
Yeah.
Because again, you're the only one in this call that's ever been in a relationship before. Me, myself, and I have never gotten anywhere close to that. I've been ghosted once, and that's about as far as I've gotten.
Well,
But just seeing it on the outside, it's just like, whenever there is turmoil in a relationship, sometimes the best thing to do is distance.
yeah, well, you've seen me go through many a boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God I have Raz now.
Mm-hmm.
That man. Anyway.
He sends me so many cryptic freaking Discord messages. I don't know what he's doing. What does pickle juice mean, you son of a bitch? I don't understand.
I love that man so much.
He worries me
but-
like I did something when he just starts rambling on about stuff. Like, did I break him? What'd I do?
No.
Anyway, cycling back.
Anyway. And, like, a lot of them were really toxic, and the best course was for us to break up and go our separate ways.
Yeah. It's just... It goes to
It's
that...
hard,
Yeah.
and
keep
it's
going.
heart-wrenching, especially if you're, like, still friends with them,
Mm-hmm.
and see that they're doing a lot better without you, and you question yourself, like, oh my god, was I the bad one in this relationship?
That's exactly what Verosika said. Like, she saying that he was making her feel sorry about... Making her feel sorry for him. Like she was the bad guy. Which kind of retroactively paints her in a completely different light when you look back at the 2 episodes previous that she was in.
Yeah.
That everything just kind of... I mean, can you really fault her for being as angry and petty as she was? I mean, I know we don't have the full details, but do we really need the full details if we've got an entire party full of people that Blitz is screwed over? But you wonder, like, between the time between her and Stolas, who else was in that mix? Like,
Or
who
even
else?
the time with Stolas, because Blitz obviously slept with Chad. Well,
Yeah.
he and Stolas were a thing, so...
And that was just so that he could get the experience of having sex with both Millie and Moxie's ex. That was just...
Yeah, it was for a selfish reason, and I bet if Chad was still alive, he'd be at that party too.
Probably, but no, his jawline is mounted on a wall somewhere in Crimson's house. Anyway. But it's just, I guess, does this technically count as the Halloween episode now? Does it? Because it's technically taking place on Halloween. Or... be a separate
Probably
thing
not.
all in and of its own. Are you done, Charter? Are you done being a dickhead? Or as Blitz would call you, a cockbag. Are you done now? Can I have my
Well, I
stream
can
back?
hear you fine.
Yeah, it's back now. I can see all of my Steam notifications, seeing everybody playing all sorts of different things, which happen a lot more frequently now because Steam dies along with it. God, I hate this. I hate this so freaking much. In the meantime, I'm just gonna switch to intermission real quick so that I can get my angry tweet out to Charter real quick. Anyway, I needed to get that out. I needed to get that out of my system real quick. Just had to do an angry tweet over in Charter's general direction. I don't care if they decide to frickin' respond, but I just felt like doing something for that. But I don't know how much of this I'm gonna be able to salvage. Blame Charter for it, but let's try and wheel it back to broken relationships, I guess.
Okay.
So is there anything else that you wanted to, like, on your, like, experience? I don't want to call it a tangent, but just, like, your own experience train of thought. Was there anything more that you were kind of relating to specifically? Because this is, no offense to you, this is all your area.
Yeah, this is all my territory.
It's kind of weird putting it like that, but it's kind of that.
Yeah. God, I could never imagine, like, hurting so many people that they all decide, hey, let's throw a party to hate this bitch.
Yeah, it's a little bit over the top, but you kind of look at it as like a form of therapy to a degree.
Yeah.
Everyone's just kind of letting their grievances out in a safe, confined area. They're not causing any harm to anybody. They're just kind of working out their own grievances, and they're being there for everybody. So, can you really fault them for doing something like this? If it helps, and it's not really hurting anyone? And truth be told, like I said, if there was ever anybody who needed to be invited to this party, Blitz is like the pinnacle example of it. Because he even told Fizz in a roundabout way he hates himself too. So the fact that he didn't get an invite is a little bit hypocritical. But
would you really want the face of the person you hated?
the root cause of everything.
Yeah.
There, so. But this is most certainly like a sobering reminder and everything.
Yeah.
Just a big ol' wake-up call for Blitz. It's just... But yeah, literally, how many people have you gone through that you've just, like, screwed over everybody in one freaking fell swoop that everybody here has some sort of grievance against you?
I will also say that, like, why the fuck was Dennis there? He just made out with Dennis at a party. Like, you know. And then, like, tossed him aside when he named his name was Dennis.
Yeah. I mean, it's even for, like, the... Everybody's got a petty reason. Some a little bit more bigger than everybody else. Yeah, some are more justified than others, but I guess anybody for even the most petty of reasons gets it. I don't know. I don't know the criteria for being invited to this party. But
I don't really know either.
I just don't get it. I do not get it myself. There was something that I thought I noticed somewhere. I just want to make sure that I was looking at this correct. Basically, this guy. I just wanted to see if... I don't know about his horns or anything, but...
Better than Blitzo.
Oh, no, wait, no, he's just...
Oh, he's a succubus.
Oh, he's an incubus. Okay, thanks to the frickin' oh, this scene as well. Thanks to the Hell's Bell short, I'm kind of paying more attention to people's horns and everything, trying to figure out
who's an imp, who's not, who's...
Well, not even that, but it's like who's male, who's female, and who identifies as what nowadays. I'm trying to, because I'm looking into these like subtle little details of just like all the different crowd work and everything. Because there's a lot of characters that are all moving around and doing stuff. It's just like, who's who in all of this? That's the kicker there. I'm just trying to figure out all these different characters and designs and everything, and who am I going to be seeing again in the near future? Because world building is amazing.
The background one kind of looks like Angel does.
Oh yeah, the one right here.
Mm-hmm.
If the frickin' titling wasn't in the way, I'd get a better look, but it looks like some sort of shark demon. Like a hammerhead of sorts. Speaking of hammerheads, when are we going to get to frickin' Envy? I feel like that's the next episode, because I can't help but feel like Old Man Withers over there is frickin' Leviathan in disguise. I can't help but think that. But on the topic of that, where do we go from here, essentially? Also, this is your house now, Mina.
Yeah.
This is your house. Definitively.
That most definitely will be my house if I ever get a house. It's not just gonna be for Halloween too. That's gonna be year round.
Yeah. But it's interesting that they just throw this party on Earth. Because now we've got to
Probably so they don't have to like clean it up afterwards.
True. But it's also, you got a little bit of world building on that front. Every Halloween, that's when hell kind of opens up a little bit. For everybody to just kind of pal around on Earth for just that one day. That's some good world building there.
Mm-hmm.
But going back to our topic here, and I'll be rounding it out back to my little crackpot theory with how this whole story is going to go. Where do we go from here? Because I kind of feel like it's leading down the path that I previously stated that we'd be going. Where do you think it's going to go? Like, how do you think this, with what clips we've seen from the trailer and what could possibly happen later, where do you think this story could possibly go? Because we still got the ghost hotels, we've still got the Goetia meeting, we've still got IMP on the run and Drelfus and all this other stuff.
I honestly don't know.
I feel like I do, but I always love being proven wrong, though. It goes back to that theme that I said Blitz is going to try and make amends. He's not going to succeed yet. And in order to distract himself, he's going to be quite literally drowning himself in work. And the problem with that is everyone else here at this party now has successfully moved on from the pain and misery that Blitz has caused them. The one person who hasn't moved on from the pain and misery that Blitz has caused is Blitz. How can all these people move on and he can't? And wouldn't that make him jealous? Wouldn't that make him envious? And that's where Leviathan, the sin of envy, could show up somehow. But Blitz, quite literally, metaphorically and literally, drowning himself in work to distract himself, which is why he's just going on a ghost hunting expedition, which is not within IMP's wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Because they're all about killing people for the sake of sinners in hell. I don't know why he would be going around trying to evict ghosts from a hotel, unless he's literally looking for anything to distract him. I don't know why he's going to get roped in with just doing it with Millie, but I'm curious as to why Moxie seems to be absent from that little escapade. It seems to be a little bit of a change there. But that's when Blitz is going to get confronted with everything. And hopefully we get to finally see a little bit more of his mother. Because that is the crux of the issue there. His inability to not really so much as move on from the death of his mom.
He still blames himself.
Yeah, and he needs to, I don't really want to say either stop or take accountability for that, but just understand that it happened.
Yeah, he needs to, accept the fact that it happened and try to move forward.
Yeah, and his inability to move forward is causing him to lash out at literally everyone. Because his mother loved him unconditionally, and he loved his mom unconditionally, as a mother and son should do. But now that he lost the one person that he cared about the most in his life because of supposedly his actions, how can he love anyone else without hurting them? It's a self-fulfilling prophecy on that front.
Yeah.
So that's the biggest thing that he's going to have to move on from. And I feel like Leviathan, envy, whatever, forcing him to confront that head on is what Ghostfighters is going to be all about. I have a sneaking suspicion that is what we're going to be seeing 3 months from now in the next episode. But he's going to have a lot of soul searching to do on his own. He's just going to have to let Stolas do his thing, respect that, and improve himself so that he can rightfully apologize. But I have a sneaky suspicion that Stolas has already caused enough problems as is for the Goetias as well, because this is where I think after Ghostfighters, this is where Mastermind comes into play.
Yeah.
Because he made some choice words when he gave the Osmodian Crystal to Blitz. And this is where Mammon's going to kind of throw his own physical and metaphorical weight around as well. Because of the Osmodian Crystal, Blitz is now technically under Osmodius's jurisdiction.
Yeah.
And Mammon's going to make any sort of attempt to get at Asmodeus no matter what. And what better way than throwing the law right in his face? Blitz is going to do something that's going to have ramifications, and that crystal's going to be the root cause of that. Maybe that's what he brings up in Sinmas, I don't know. When Blitz inadvertently kills Andralphus. Which is, again, that other crackpot theory that I have going for me. Andralphus wants everything that Stolas has. He wants the power, the prestige, everything.
Well, if Stolas didn't produce an heir and Stolas died, Andralphus would have gotten all of the power.
But now it would go straight to Octavia.
Yeah.
Which is a problem that he's going to have to deal with. Which is why, more than probably, Stella is quite possibly going to... See, that's the other thing that I haven't been able to see yet. None of us have been able to see. How is Stella to Octavia? Like, is she a good mom? Is she nice? Is she kind? Or is it all just an act? Is she still just as much of a bitch to Octavia as she is to literally everybody? That is...
I don't know, because here's the thing, like... Octavia even says to Luna, why does he hate her more than he loves me?
Exactly. But it's, again, what she's saying about him, not what she's saying about Stella. We don't know the relationship between those two. Specifically. It's just... And on top of that, though, Stella's the one calling the shots for Stryker, not Andralphus. Andralphus is only supplying him with the material and the weapons to do so. Thank you, Carmilla. But Stella's the one directing him. If Andralphus is killed and Stella is just basically not held accountable for her actions going forward, where do you think she would take that then? If Andralphus isn't directing her, she's just a loose cannon. Unbound by the Goetias now because her brother's not even in it. She's divorced from Stolas, and whatever happens to Octavia, it took me just 2 episodes of Helluva Boss to realize there was something more to the show, and look at what's happened to me now.
You're welcome.
I know. This Catholic man is completely drawn in by the quote-unquote funny gay demon show. I'm the last person who should be invested in this, but here I am. Invested in this complex story, and going full bore with just being completely, like, crackpot theory creating and everything. But it's like, I go back to that idea that Blitz inadvertently kills Andralphus, which is why IMP goes on the run.
Mm-hmm.
Which is when Mammon can hold Asmodeus accountable, because Asmodeus technically authorized the crystal to Blitz, which caused this whole thing. Stolas is also going to be kind of held accountable because he was misusing the grimoire to allow Blitz to do all of this stuff, and inadvertently passed the crystal on to him to continue doing all of this stuff. For the exact same reasons that he was breaking the law, but now abiding by it. But Andralphus trying to kill Stoll is just simply to assume his power and everything. And Blitz inadvertently getting Andralphus killed. That could sick the entire Goetia onto Blitz.
Yeah. Goetia's big.
But on top of that, that would be the ultimate show of I care about you, Stolas. I'm willing to stand against everything that's standing against you. It's a complex story, I'll say that much. Vivian, you keep preoccupying me at work with just where I think this story's gonna go. Surprisingly enough, it makes the shifts go faster. But yeah, I didn't think an adult cartoon would just make me feel something.
Especially one based in hell.
Yeah, especially one based in hell. Well, it's just like Nevaeh had said before in one of their reactions. It's like, it's an interesting take that it takes demons from hell to make us look at the uglier side of humanity. Like, all the bad things that we get up to, all the pain and misery and horrible feelings that we get. This is a good karmic reflection of seeing that stuff, because I don't know what it's like to have my heart broken. I don't know what it's like to be in a tumultuous, toxic relationship and everything, but I can look at the show and be like, I can see it, I can get it. And the fact that we're presented with a couple that has been unstably toxic to both sides, unable to communicate effectively to each other at all, and ultimately just hurting each other more and more, and unable to see the problem with that. It's sobering, to say the least. And you just kind of want them to work things out in a civil manner. Just lock them in a box and just fix this.
But unfortunately, that's not how life
Yeah.
goes.
Nope. And we're seeing
Some
that.
things might just be too much, like, too big to fix.
Yeah. Honestly, I could see this traverse to them just being friends. Because honestly, that's what Paimon bought Blitz to be in the first place, was just a friend.
Yeah.
And then Stolas kind of took it in a completely different direction, and it's just spiraled into this absolute mess. Not everybody has to end up loving each other and living happily ever after. Sometimes you get into that relationship thinking that you know what you want. Then you realize, no, that's not how that works. But you still care about each other enough to still be in each other's lives to an extent.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the two of us. Like, we're like the pinnacle example of that concept.
Mm-hmm.
Could be something more, but we mutually agreed, no, it wouldn't work.
Nah.
We don't want to ruin what we've already got going for us. We're going to keep it that way. Anything more that you wanted to talk about with this episode that you've been seeing? Whether it be just like aesthetics, characters, the plot itself?
I was gonna say, I don't think Stolas and the new Incubus guy is gonna work out. Mainly because I remember a quote from some TikToker who said, if you, like, leave a relationship and get right into a new one, like, I forget the specific timeline, then either they didn't mean anything to you, or this new one you're getting into doesn't mean anything to you.
It's an escape.
Yeah.
A one and done fling. Then again, Stolas is also drunk off his mind as well. He's not of sound mind.
He's not in the...
So, he's gonna wake up and just be like, well, I just let my emotions out, and I don't know how he's going to respond to just the aftermath of this, whether he's going to be just a weight lifted off his shoulders, just kind of like airing out his grievances and just not having all that emotional baggage hanging on him. Or he may just be an absolute wreck, just being like, why did I even do that? Who knows? The freaking drama queen that he is. But we all know where Blitz is going to go with this. Severe levels of distraction that are ultimately going to drown him. Physically and metaphorically. If I'm reading into this correctly. But yeah. I think that's where we kind of have to end this little analysis, barring difficulties that Charter has gotten. I'm probably just going to upload the whole thing as is, cuts and everything, and just make it abundantly clear, I didn't ask for this. This is Charter doing its thing again. But yeah, I think that's where we can end this little analysis once more, like we always do with these episodes. I'd like to thank you, Mina, for joining me on this roller coaster of emotions.
Thanks for having me.
Well, you're the one responsible for why this is even in motion in the first place, so...
I still appreciate being here.
You enticed me with the world building, and then I was just like, but these characters have been ultimately butchered by a bunch of racist 5-year-olds on VR chat. I can't look at Fizzarolli the same way. You're like, you gotta do it. I bought you a hat and a pin and everything.
I even bought you an acrylic stand.
I know, and she's right over there. So... So again, thank you for joining me on this little escapade, and we'll be back at this in October. Hopefully sooner rather than later, because they've been really last minute getting these episodes out on their predetermined schedule.
For some reason, I do feel like Ghost Fuckers will be on Halloween.
Kind of has to be. And they've got 3 months to make it happen, so there's no rush per se.
Yeah.
So there's that at the very least. We get
no last minute. Hey, it's up.
Yeah, no last minute. Oops, it's up now. Have fun with that. And then I'm having to type to you at work, be like, it just came out, and you're like, fuck.
That's what I did. Like,
yeah, ellipses, and then just why do you torture me so? All right, but either way, for those of you that have stuck around to the very end and still have not frickin' subscribed to her, check out Vivzy Pop's channel for all the amazing episodes of Helluva Boss with both Season 1 and Season 2. Season 2 still ongoing, and by the year's end, it will reach its season finale there. Who knows what they have planned in store from there? I feel like I do, but that's just a theory. A show theory. Check out PUCL Podcast and me, a bunch of wonderful individuals talk about all things Pokemon. Now that Scarlet and Violet are out in their entirety and Legends ZA is on its way, we have way too much stuff to talk about. Follow me on X, follow me on Twitch, check out the Discord. Charter sucks, and that is it. And with that being said, I will see you guys when I see you guys, and as always, toodles.
Bye.
And that's where we flip the mask up and everything. God, Charter, you freaking suck. Oh, I need to freaking... I'll share the screen back and just plop it right back up on stream as well. For everyone's viewing enjoyment. Spectrum responded, I'm not inquiring any further with them. It is so freaking dumb. I am very sorry to hear the service issues. Please feel free to DM us if you are ever in need of assistance. I do need assistance. Fix your freaking connections where I live.
That's just an automatic bot.
Oh, it is. Oh, it is. Oh, it is. I just felt the criteria for the bot, the AI, to just spout out a nonsense reply. Friggin', this means absolutely nothing to me. I almost feel like engaging with this and being like, your emotionless automated response does not reflect kindly with how you treat my connection. It's literally costing me money. Fix it. I'm not even going to, though. That's the thing there. I'm just not even going to engage with the discourse. They know what they've done. They know their reputation. I'm just tired of that connection or that service provider. Spread the word, everybody in chat, both across Twitch and YouTube. Do not get Spectrum. They're on it. So, and that's not even like an excuse thing. They just literally have no clue what they're doing with their potato connections. Put that into perspective, Nintendo has a better grasp on their internet than Charter does, and that's saying a lot. But either way, with all the struggling that we did with this stream, it still happened. it still was a thing that occurred, so I'm happy that that all came about and everything. And I'd like to thank each and every one of you across both YouTube and Twitch for sticking with it despite everything. We'll be back in October for this kind of stream specifically, or unless Hazbin Hotel decides to air its entire second season between then and now. I doubt that, but who knows at this point, because Fibsy Pop has been just spontaneously dropping these past 2 episodes, so there's that. But either way, again, like I said in the video itself, thank you for joining me on this escapade, Mina. Literally can't do it without you now. You're an aspect of this and everything. Again, I'd like to thank each and every one of you guys for stopping by. Specifically, though, I want to personally, let me make sure I get everybody here that's there. Polarized Babe and Simba the Wilding for the follows. I'd like to thank Dan Gaming Fan for the $2 over on YouTube. Before I would forget any of that, I didn't want to bring that up in the middle of our discussions and everything because of continuity and whatnot. But I see you, I get you, I try to respond when I can. But yes, thank you all guys for stopping by and doing your thing. We'll see you guys when we see you guys, and as always, toodles.
Bye.